Hello guys, so I'm doing the Powerhouse 30-day devotional and I'm actually only up to day 3, slowly getting through it, but I'm really happy that I am because there is so much I have to share with you. So it's about who needs faith. That's kind of the question, and it's in reference to Genesis 12, 1-4, the call of Abram. The Lord has said to Abram, "Leave your native country, your relatives, and your father's family, and go to the land that I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you and make you famous, and you will be a blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you, and curse those who treat you with contempt. All the families on the earth will be blessed through you." So Abram departed as the Lord had instructed, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he left them. Now, one thing I've learnt with my devotionals is the SOAP method, the scripture, observation, action, and prayer. And I just want to share what I wrote for the observation, which I love. I think is it Blue Bible or something like that. And you can find like the translation of every single word, and it's so amazing. I will put that link down below in the description box so you can check it out and do it for yourself because it's so cool. And I could get hooked on it forever. In saying that, I actually want to read this to you. Okay. So, and this is my observation of the text. I hope you guys enjoy. So, Abram heard the Lord tell him to leave all he knows, to leave comfort, and to go forth to the land the Lord will show him. Go forth, yalach, is a verb, and in context is telling what the person, in this case Abram, is doing. It is an action verb. When you hear and listen to the call of the Lord, when he asks you to leave and move from comfort, you must listen by quite literally doing so, not stay stagnant. Abram was 75 years old. And at this age, in the ancient times, an elder's means of security was their extended family and community. For Abram to leave was putting him and Sarah in a vulnerable position, leaving his financial, physical, and emotional support found in his community behind, and faithfully trusting in the Lord to provide what he now did not have and could not see. It was also interesting, now this is where I like the translation, that the place Haran, of which she left, translates to parched place. And that can be like dry, like a desert, okay? Metaphorically, this can symbolize a place or a state of severe spiritual depletion. And my thought, and I'd like to hear your own thoughts too, perhaps this is because they worship pagan idols, the moon god, and that happened in his homeland, a place where he was not in the environment. You know how we get told, you are who you surround yourself with. And if he was in a place, there was not going to be any growth if he stayed stagnant, didn't listen to God, and was surrounded by pagan worshippers. And in doing so, by trusting God and seeing with faith, not with his eyes, like the Lord promises, like he will be famous. I say nearly everyone in the world knows him now. And that's living, but I'm talking times past. And there are nations through his lineage. A man of 75 years old, without a child, being told also, yeah, you're going to have a child, don't worry. It's like, okay, I'm 75. And yet, he did not let that hover, that thought. Instead, he did the action. He went, and I would also say, quite physically he left, but also mentally leaving all that was behind. Any doubt, anything that was going to hold him back, and actually give his whole heart, his whole mind to the Lord. It's pretty awesome. And so an action that I believe we can take, and of course I wrote this for me personally, but I think it's kind of just going along with what I said, but to wholeheartedly have faith in God in every aspect of our lives. To remember that God keeps his promises and doesn't want to harm us, but give us prosperity, as in Jeremiah 29:11. What we can try and do is to see and reflect in any areas in our life daily, not maybe once a week, but daily, where we can let go of any doubt, and especially this DIY mentality. I can do it myself. I don't know how we're going to financially make it here. I'll try and find a way. Let go of that DIY. It's one thing if you're building an IKEA cabinet. It's another if you're trusting the Lord. You don't half-ass it. You have to wholeheartedly trust the Lord. He doesn't like those who are double-minded, or you're not lukewarm. You're either hot or you're cold. You either give it all or you don't. And the amazing thing is, when you do give it all to the Lord, you're not at a loss. You're at a win with the Lord. There's only prosperity. You may not get all the accolades in the world and all the awards, but you spend eternity with the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. I think that's pretty worth it. He's worth it. Instead replace it with hope, faith, and trust in God. So I just wanted to share that with you because, as soon as I started writing it, I was like, this is so cool. So cool to learn about one of the prominent people in our scriptures, and not just in Christianity, but in Judaism as well. It's so cool to see someone of such great faith. And we nowadays, obviously I can only speak from my experience, but I could be like, I know I'm scared about going here and giving up all of this, but at least I know, okay, if I have to move up the country, I at least know how it looks and how to get there. And there was no Google Maps at that time. There was no, for all we know, and actually you may know, and I don't currently, but you could be going to the other region where they speak a different dialect. I mean, like it said, maybe all of his possessions he had back there, his security. He was going into an unknownness, and we have a lot of knowingness. I know that's, don't know if that makes sense, but we have a lot of more knowledge of what's around us, and yet still somehow we don't trust God as much as we should. I think with anyone and everyone it is a work in progress, and Rome wasn't built in a day, and I don't think the Lord will be harsh with us, but he definitely wants us to give it all to him. Again, we're not at a loss when we're with Christ. God bless. Godspeed.